Welcome back, friends, to Vincent Gigi's Super Channel G. Look how incredible this is going to look when we have this all open, everybody unboxed, and we have Thanos built. It looks so incredible. I want you to stick around. If you have not subscribed to our channel, please follow us by clicking on the subscribe button below. Click on the little bell so you can get notifications every time we have a new video come out. Comment where you're watching from in the world. We'd love to hear from you with any comments that you have, and we look forward to hanging out with you guys. So, guys, why don't we get started right
now?
Right now. Hi guys, good evening and welcome back to Vincent Gigi's Super Channel G. Geez, these are so incredible. We all have Avengers Fever, right? And these are from the Avengers Age of Ultron set. There were many waves, there were multiple waves with this one. But this one is the one that has the build a figure for Thanos. And let's take a look who's in it. We have Iron Man Mark 43, we have Hulk, we have Captain America, we have Batroc, we have Hellcat, and we have Spider-Woman. And if you give me just a moment, we also have Thor, Black Widow, Bruce Banner, and Hawkeye. Now, I can't tell you how excited I am about this. This 4-set right here, we actually got from Amazon Prime Now for this ridiculous sale. And so, this one with Thor, Black Widow, Bruce Banner, and Marvel's Hawkeye, this one looks so awesome and so incredible. It's not a direct part of this Build-A-Figure set, but it is one involved in the waves that were part of this. So I can't wait to get started. Don't these look incredible? And of course, right here it shows you which parts go with the Build-A-Figure for Thanos. It looks so great. This is obviously the comic book Thanos, a little bit different than the one that came out in Avengers 3, Infinity War. But I can't wait to get this started. So we're going to get started with Iron Man. And Iron Man, we have here, this is the Iron Man Mark III. I'm sorry, Iron Man Mark 43. Getting a little ahead of myself. And let's read the back. Let's see what it says. So it says, Tony Stark's new answer to evil is the most powerful armored suit he's ever made. Doesn't that look great? Look how amazing this looks. And so this one, as I mentioned earlier, we got super excited. We had already opened him. And right here, it comes with an additional head that we can put on there. So here's the head it comes with. I'm just going to pop that right on. And so let's take a look at this character right off the bat. Let's see how exactly he moves. Let's see his joints, movements, and let's see what we love about this figure. So right off the bat, we have the round arc reactor right here in the chest. We have, let's see, and we also have, well, one thing you'll notice is that there's only one accessory with this character. There's no propulsor blasters, there's none of that, so that's a little unfortunate. I do appreciate the fact that we have a second head. That's always a premium edition. We love when there's other heads that you can switch out on there. And then of course it comes with Thanos' leg. We have the left foot here, and so this looks incredible right here. And so doesn't that look outstanding? He's obviously not going to be tons tall, because look, it only brings it up to about where Iron Man's leg goes. So he's going to be kind of tall, but he's also going to be kind of squat. He looks like he's going to be really wide. We'll set that aside for now. But there's so many things that I like about this character. I love the paint. I love the way he looks. I love the fact that he looks just like our figure in the movies. That looks outstanding. So a couple of things that I regret right off the bat is that this does not move back and forth. It appears like it should. Let me see if I can zoom in right here. You see how it looks like it should pivot right here back and forth or swivel, but it doesn't. It has a shape so that it might be able to, but it's actually permanently fixed, so we can't move it back and forth. If you'll notice, the whole housing of it moves. So like that, all we can do is twist the head side to side, but his chin's pretty far down and he can't move up very far. So that's one thing that I do regret. I wish the head went back further, as great as this figure looks. But really, that and the lack of accessories are the only things that are really unfortunate about this character, because everything else is great. We got double joints right here on the elbow, which is something great because it means that we can have such like amazing poses by bringing the arm a lot closer to the body. Look at that. We also can extend the arms all the way out. The wrists do swivel back and forth. Now, unfortunately, because of this piece right here, as you can tell, we can't actually put it all the way back, because if we could, we'd be able to do this so that we can have the wrist articulating like he's firing like this, which is our favorite pose of this. But alright, well, it doesn't even come with little like attachment blasters, so that's alright for now. And this, which kind of lifts up, that looks pretty cool. It looks like it's permanently attached somewhere, not like some of our other figures where it kind of just slides right off. But other than that, I wish we could lift the head up. And if we could lift the head up and back, and that would look like this, we could actually have Iron Man flying. You see how great that would look if he was flying like this? But in some of the figures we can, in some of the newer ones, because right now, this is as far back as we can get him to move his head back. So if we have him in a flying position, he's always looking down. So just so you can see that again, look how great this would look. We have some of our figures that are able to do this. Look how great that would be. So in any event, let's show you what the other head looks like again. Let's just twist that back on. And I want you to see how good it actually looks. We have where it sort of looks like Robert Downey Jr. It's definitely got his little facial hair going on right here. It lifts up, so that looks good. Okay, let's move. One of the things that I would rather it not be, I'd rather we move at the waist. You've heard me say that a million times, but you know, some of you are new to our channel, so I want you to be able to hear it. I'd prefer it move right here at the waist instead of at the rib cage, because at the rib cage looks more of an awkward kind of movement. And then also I'd prefer a nice little extra ab crunch right here. Now this is still okay. I do appreciate that it at least comes pretty far down and goes pretty far back, because sometimes that doesn't move very well. So at least we have that. I also appreciate the fact that we have a ball joint on the legs. Sometimes these can extend all the way like up this high. This one does not. It's actually restricted right there. So it doesn't come up any higher than that. It doesn't go any further back than this. So the movement's a little bit restricted. It can move out and in, but Iron Man doesn't really do the splits or do any of that. So we have a really cool double joint right here on the leg, so we can have really cool leg articulation. That looks great. And then we do have where I guess he can do this ballerina point and flex. But the foot does move side to side. That looks outstanding. And let me just tell you, this figure actually looks outstanding. Doesn't it, Jeej? Yep. It looks great. So we love this one. Alright? And I don't know, should we keep this helmet on or should we put the other helmet on? I guess let's put the other one on so he looks super fierce. And let's pop that on right there. Let's get that going. Let's have him ready to just blast someone right there in the face. Doesn't that look great? And then let's get him posed on somewhere. So, alright. That looks outstanding to me. What do you think, guys? So, let's see. Let's see where we can get him posed right here. Let's put him on one of these stands. Now, we got these stands at this awesome new comic book store. And the thing is, they're super awesome, but they're not really made for Marvel Legends. So they take a little bit of like working through.
It took a long time to build.
Yeah, we had to assemble ourselves, but the cool thing is that kept them like cheaper than normal. Let's see.
But
Yeah, we definitely did. Look at that. Boom! That looks outstanding. So let's take a quick picture, that way we can have. Tell me that doesn't look amazing. Sure did. Alright, so that looks outstanding. Let's go ahead and set Iron Man right on over here. Right? Let's see where we're gonna put him. Let's put him right over here. And let's get him kind of in the shot right here. Alright, so moving on next. Who do we have? We have the Hulk. And look how big and beefy he is. And this package is actually super heavy. Looks awesome. It comes with what looks like Thanos' right arm right there. And let me just tell you, this looks outstanding. So let's take a look on the back. Alright, so.
And AKA Bruce Banner.
That's right, Bruce Banner. But we have Bruce Banner later, don't forget. We have him right there in a special edition package right there. So, right here, it says explosive rage bursts from Bruce Banner's veins and unleashes the Hulk. Wow, look how great this looks, right? Can't wait to get this open. Alright, so let's get him out here. Let's take a look open right here. And Jeej, do you mind helping me take him out?
Yeah.
Here. Let's just pull this down right here. Oh, look! You're just gonna have to, I don't know why it's sealed on this one. It's never been sealed before. Just go ahead and pull it out. Alright, great. And then let's take that out. Here, take this plastic part out. Great. Now let's take a look at that. Thank you. Alright, so look at this face. It definitely looks like Mark Ruffalo, right? And wow, first impression, this looks outstanding. So let's get Thanos' arm out of here. This looks pretty cool. It looks like it only has a single joint, so obviously the arms aren't going to come up any further than that. I wish it would, but it won't. And let's see, doesn't look any longer than the Hulk's arm, so he's not going to be super huge, I guess. He just would be a little bit bigger than normal. And let's take Hulk out. Come on, Hulk. Alright, so right off the bat, the color on this Hulk looks great. Let me see if I can get this arm down, because it looks like I'm having a little bit of trouble. The arm isn't going all the way down. Let's see. Is it? I guess it's just the arm that's getting stuck, the bicep right here, or the tricep, I should say. Alright, so first off, look how great this face looks. Zoom in right there. Got outstanding face detail. It looks like a really like warped Mark Ruffalo. Definitely does. Look at the great detail on the ears. Even got a good haircut. That looks awesome. Big and beefy. The arms got great mobility. Look at that. That's awesome. We have double joints right here, which I'm so glad about, because that means, look at that. We can pull them better than a 90-degree angle. We can pull them almost in. Almost to like a 45. Almost. And so it's unfortunate that we do not move at the waist. We don't, because that would mean we can definitely look great moving. Otherwise it looks a little awkward with the ribs popping out like that. But nonetheless, at least we can move. So that looks great. Let's move the arms in. Let's see. Hulk smash! Alright, let's see. How much can we move these legs? So these legs definitely move out. Let's see if we can move them up. See how far we can move them up. Pretty good, I guess. Wow, I never even noticed he's wearing official Avengers pants. And I guess he got it at the Avengers gift shop. And we got double joints right here on the knee, so we can actually get a pretty good little pose right there, right? And then we definitely get this ballerina point and flex with our feet. Okay, I guess he can do yoga. I mean, not say ballerina, but maybe yoga. And then, you know, the legs don't go super far up. They go only far up enough. But yeah, that looks pretty good. You know, what'd be interesting is I've had some large Hulk figures. Can you actually, Gigi, can you bring me that Hulk figure right there? The big one by Yodo. And they actually sometimes have an extra joint right here because his foot's so big that it helps for like really cool articulation. I'm gonna show you what that looks like. That'd be really cool if we could have had that on here instead of just like a really huge foot. But otherwise, I do love this figure. You need to get this one. He's outstanding. Let me just show you what I mean.
Haircut on this one.
That's right. So here's a really huge old Marvel Legends from that I have, and look, this one had this really crazy like foot and ankle articulation. See, and it goes side to side, and this extra little like bend right here makes for really cool posing. So anyway, just wanted to kind of show you that. We can always look at that one later, but this one definitely looks like the movie. It did a great job. And so Hulk smash, yeah, definitely. Let's get him posed up right here. He wants to definitely take on some bad dudes, right? Okay, cool. Let me see if I can line up his clothes again and get him like ready to go smashing. That looks outstanding. So let me get a cool picture here. I can get a close-up. Boom. Doesn't that look amazing? Alright, great. And let's put him, let me see if he fits on these stands that we have right here. And these stands, for whatever reason, don't fit. They're too loose. And the funny thing is, they fit our other Marvel Legends. So what is the deal? All right, so let's put Hulk right over here.
Probably his foot was so big.
Yeah, well, it's the same thing on Iron Man. Doesn't that look amazing? Looks great. All right, so next we have Captain America. Look how great this looks. I love this outfit right here. He comes with extra hands. That's amazing. I love that. And an extra head. So what more can we ask for? We have an accessory here, an extra head, which is always a premium feature, and extra hands, which is another premium feature. So I'm so excited about that. And then we have this other leg right here. So let's take a look at what it says back here. It says, Steve Rogers is a soldier with superhuman strength and an indestructible shield. Wow, look how great that looks. I can't wait to get this open. I want to see all this. I was about to start talking about it, but let's see the real thing. What do you say?
Yep.
All right, so Gigi, I'm gonna get your help again.
Okay.
Let me just get it open right here. Okay, and this one should be open and loose right here because that Hulk one was like extra secure or something, right?
Yeah.
No, weird. This one is too. So here, let's get that one out. Great. Here, let's toss that way. And then here, take this one out of here. Thank you.
Legs look weird right now.
Oh yeah, it looks like that the heels have been, the whole foot has been pivoted a little bit. All right, so let's get our Build-A-Figure piece out. Let's take a look at Thanos' right leg. Okay, looks just like our left leg. Oh, I didn't notice that about the other leg. It's a little looser than I would have thought. I would have hoped though. But okay, so it moves right here at the shin. These look good. Okay, set that aside. And look at Cap's shield. Oh, it's already on his arm. That looks outstanding. What do you think? Made of vibranium. Made by Howard Stark, right? We learned that in Civil War. Civil War. And, all right, let's just get Captain out of there.
The other Captain America shield.
Oh yeah, for sure. And so, let's see if I need to rotate his shoulder back down. Interesting. Looks like this arm is got shinier paint than this one. That's kind of, looks like it's just interesting. This one looks smoother, and it's probably just an accident, but anyway. Alright, so there's so much I love about this figure already. I have barely taken him out. And so one of the things is, obviously, that his arms move the way we need them to move. He's got double joints, so we can pull them all the way back up. That's outstanding. Look, we can almost have him like in a boxing pose too. That's awesome. He can go all day, don't forget about that. And so, right here, we can move the head far back enough. You know, not tremendously far back, but far back enough. We can rotate it around. We have where it moves at the waist. You know, I keep saying that, but here's where I actually show you. And then we crunch right here at the abs, which obviously Captain America doesn't need to be ab crunching, you know, in our poses very much because he stands up straight so much. But it's definitely a pose that we want. And then these move right here on the thighs, so that way we can get interesting poses. Now I'm kind of on the fence about which is better, if we should just have the full joint right here and then move here or not move here. But anyway, we got double joints right here on the knees, so that definitely makes for great like jumping poses and crouching poses and so on and so forth. So that looks great. If he's like jumping and has this on his back, jumping through a window, that looks great. Let's take a look at his boots. Okay, moves right here at the shin. And yeah, it looks like the feet have really good articulation. We have great paint job right here. Look at the detail. Let me zoom in so you can see the texture on here. That looks great. So it definitely feels like it looks like a super premium figure. It's kind of interesting. I don't know. I'm not 100% sure how I feel about this pointing finger right here because it's also not even straight.
It's
so,
like shh.
Yeah. So I don't know if he's like shh, or if he's like over there, or he's like you there. Obviously, we'll take it as over there, but it's just kind of interesting because it's like shh or. But anyway, it's different. It's better than just fists and that's it. So the fists, the arms do rotate and they go back and forth. So let's take a look at other hands we can put on there, right? Let's take a look at that real quick.
Like,
So the other two hands, we have another fist.
the other one's like
That's right. Just like Cheech said, this one's like that way. And then we'll take a look at that, and then we'll switch out the head too. So look at this right here. Let's zoom in. You know, this doesn't look exactly like him, but it's definitely a great head. It looks similar. It definitely captures the essence of Captain America. I don't know if it necessarily looks like Chris Evans. So let's switch the heads out. Let's take a look at that. And let's see. I'm not sure if it stayed on. I don't know if I put it on there far enough. I didn't hear like a snap or a click. All right, so we'll leave it on right there. Hopefully it is. Maybe it's not, but it seems to be working out just fine right now. And let's see what the other hands look like. If we put the other... there we go. That was a little tougher than I would have hoped to take off. Alright, so... like right over there. Looks like he's giving kind of commands, right?
It looks like he's karate chopping.
Okay, well, he's karate chopping. Or maybe he's, you know, dabbing, right? Okay, so let's see what two fists look like. There we go. And let's get that right here. You know that I'm not a huge fan of having both fists at the same time, but honestly, this one you're not going to be able to see because of the shield. Hold on. And let's take a look at the shield again. And Gigi wants to show you this compared to a later shield that came out. It's obviously almost the exact same. There's a slight variation where this one's a little bit brighter. But they're pretty much the same. Let's put this on here. And look how great this looks. Tell me you don't think it's outstanding. Right? Look at that. Let's bring the shield in. And let's have Captain Rogers ready to just like punch his way out of it. That looks great. Look at that. We can have him. There you go. So this looks so outstanding. There we go. Let's see if we can get him to fit. I wonder if this whole wave, wow, this whole wave for whatever reason doesn't fit on those stands that we bought. Yet our newer figures do. All right, so I said the legs move like this, but they're tougher to get to stand up for whatever reason. This Captain America figure doesn't stand very well on his own. That's kind of interesting. I guess he's a little bit like loose on the parts. Let me, well, he's standing right there, but I might have to get a support stand. Maybe not. That looks pretty good. So, let's see. Let's get him right there. That looks great. So let's set him right over here with the Hulk. Oh, you spoke too soon because now I can get him to stand again. How's that? I think that looks great. Alright, awesome. So, should we put the other head back on?
No.
You don't want to put the Captain America head on? I'm going to put it on anyway. Because I want them to look like they're in battle. And he's going to have his helmet on, right? If he's in battle? Okay, cool. So, I was like, I wanted you to convince me to say yes. That's what I was looking for. Okay, cool. That looks awesome. Let's move over even maybe just a little bit more so we can fit everybody on here. That looks great.
Take and like switch heads. It would be like he's battling a hard battle, and you know how it, like half of his mask is ripped off?
Yep.
You can just take the mask off and like the mask not off.
That's true. Alright. So, next, I have Batroc. So,
That will work now?
now, a lot of you may not be familiar with this figure right here. And so he did not come out in Avengers 2, Age of Ultron. Notice that's why it doesn't say that anywhere on here. This is one of the figures, you know, in each wave, they'll throw in main figures from the movie, and then they'll throw in a couple of other, like, legacy figures. We definitely would have preferred to have had someone in the movie, right? We say that all the time. We would have rather had someone who was in the movie. But nonetheless, we do need this one. as far as for our Build-A-Figure and these other 3. And this 4th is going to be his chest right here, torso, and some of his armor. So let's take a look. Back here it says, when the villainous mercenary Balrog gets paid, his enemies get knocked out. So, right off the bat, I'm not a huge fan of the way this looks, but nonetheless, let's get them open. Let's see. Sometimes these figures surprise us, right? Sometimes we like even more how they look when we get them open. Yeah. I'm not super hopeful for this one, but anyway, here we go. Let's bring this down here. Let's take a look. Gigi, help me?
Yep.
Okay, let's open it here. And let's pull it out. Great. Okay, and let's keep these 2 together. Pull this out, please. Great. Awesome. Thank you so much. Alright, so as we take a close look here, looks like the gold almost matches completely. Looks like we have a little bit of paint on the gold, and it's not like very straight. Well, whatever. Let's take out our Thanos pieces right here. And this chest. Wow. It's pretty good. Looks a little like loose though. So I wish it wasn't. At least it moves somewhat at the waist. And this, I would assume, it's got things here. Goes like this, right? Pops right into place there. But we'll set that aside for now. Cool. Now let's get him out. One thing you'll notice: how many accessories do you count? None. So that's another strike on this guy. Okay, let's put that with that. And he's a little bit looser than I would have liked. That's another strike, unfortunately. And I don't know how I feel about this, like, this person has like a runaway train. He's about to run over our damsel in distress mustache. So, I don't really like the way this character looks. His teeth have big old gaps, so it looks like his tongue's in jail. He's got almost a Wolverine type mask, but not. And looks like he does have ears, but they're underneath his helmet. I guess he may not be able to hear very well. Kind of looks like Shakespeare with this like crazy mustache. And well, let's get to reviewing his mobility, I guess, because I'm not a fan of how this character looks. He's wearing gold underwear. He does move right here at the waist. He does crunch right here, which we prefer. He's got great head mobility, actually. Look at that.
Everything's almost gold on this character.
Yep, purple and gold. So he's definitely a fan of the Lakers. His elbows move, double joint. Not a great paint job right here on this little detail on the forearm. Looks kind of rushed-ish. The wrist move around and back and forth. So he definitely has great mobility. We're not going to sell him short there. And then, you know what? I guess this one we can actually put with one of these stands, I believe. Yep, we sure can. So we'll put that on him in a little bit. Alright, so he moves here on the thighs. So we can get double joints on the knees. We can have him like hopping up. Let's see what kind of movement we have on the ankles. We definitely have, yep, back with the ballerina point. Have him jump in there. But why no accessories? What's the deal? Not only did we not prefer this character, we got gypped with the accessories. So, you know, not loving this figure. Would have rather had someone else. And on top of that, there's no other reason to like think, you know what, but I still liked him because his accessories are not great. We just not a great overall selection in my opinion. Sorry Hasbro, but you know, I would have liked to have had someone else. I'm sure others would have liked to have had someone else, and that being the case, whatever, this is who we have. Accessories? Yeah.
It would be hard to keep like Captain America.
Yep. So he doesn't have a lot of accessories, so we'll just have him jumping like that. Let's put him in the back because we're not super excited. We don't need him overshadowing Captain America. We just need him being his own thing right now. Alright. So moving on. Next, we have Hellcat. So, Hellcat. Come read it. It says Hellcat. Okay, so you're thinking of Thor Ragnarok. So on this one, it comes with Thanos' head and his other arm. So that's kind of interesting because we only needed technically 5 to build him. We didn't even need a 6th. They could have spread the head and the arm out to between these two and not have them both in those two. So that's interesting because that means you only have to buy 1, and you figure they want us to buy all 6. But nonetheless, here we are. And let's take a look at what it says on the back. It says, "Fierce combat skills are unleashed when these heroes spring into action." So I guess that's going to say the same for both. We'll read it both anyway, just in case you jump to one or the other. So these look great. Let's get these open, right?
Yep. And
here we go. Let's just open that right there. Come on, let's take this out. And there we are. And if you can pull that out, please. Thank you. Thank you so much. All right, and let's take a look at this head right here. This head looks awesome. It's just like the comic books. Look how great that looks. So, look at those teeth. Definitely looks evil. Wow! Is that paint on the eyes, or is that like you could see through it? Okay, well, let's say it's paint, because I was like, man, it almost looks like we could see through it. So that looks great. Look at the detail on the helmet. Looks awesome. I'm digging this. We'll set this aside. Here's the other arm. I'm glad the other arm's open. If you'll notice, this is not the Infinity Gauntlet. So what in the world? It just popped off? So this is the arm. This is Thanos without the Infinity Gauntlet, because neither of the arms had it, right? So cool. This looks great. And set that aside right there. Let's bring Hellcat out. Wow. And first impressions, she looks great. So let's set that aside. And let's take a look at the detail on the mask right here. So that looks good. Definitely looks like from the comic books. I don't know how I feel about that way that detail looks with the baby blue, or the true blue or whatever right there.
baby blue.
But look at the face, the lips. We got some decent head movement considering this hair is just so long and flowy, which would definitely obstruct it from moving. It moves a little bit, okay? So we got decent head movement here. This is not attached, so it's kind of free-flowing. Don't know where we'd want it. Now, obviously the picture has it very specifically, but looks like it can fit on multiple sides and kind of be out of the way. It's a female character, so typically from Hasbro, those only move at the rib cage, which is unfortunate because we'd like hip movement. And then also when it's female characters, so that I guess for a better build, they don't put double joints to reinforce the thinner arms, because they're not just like hulking out. So all in all, so far this character looks pretty good.
You mean double jointed arms?
Well, it would have 2 joints, one here and one here, like actual like points that move right here.
I'm double jointed.
That's right, because that's what we call it when the arms kind of move backwards a little bit on a person. So on here, on this toy, there would actually be 2 full joints. So this moves right here on the thighs. It actually moves pretty well up. It moves a little bit higher than the male characters. We got 2 joints on each knee. That definitely makes sure we have great poses here. We do get a good point right there on the feet. That looks great. So all in all, this character looks pretty awesome. Let's take a look. The hair, it's got good flowing hair. It's coming out of the mask. So yeah, let's take a look at these right here. We have this, which we've had kind of like Black Widow before, where it turns from 1 piece to 2. That fits pretty easily right here in the hands, and then she can turn it into this. Let's see if both hands, nope, both hands don't hold it, because this one has an open claw hand right here. Do you see?
Both hands breathe.
So, unfortunately, and I just noticed the hands don't go back and forth, they just spin. I guess there's not a whole lot of reason for this thing to break in half other than us being able to use it as a smaller version. Doesn't look like it goes anywhere else. We could just stuff it in her belt, right? I guess that's something. But there's no place like it could really go. So other than that, let's make it the full size, and let's set her up right here. And she can look very Donatello-ish.
Donatello?
Yep. And let's take a closer look, and let's take a photo right here. Alright, cool. How do we want to pose this hand? There we go. Cool. And then let's... Cool. Now, let's see, how can we get her to... She doesn't have anything on the back. Let's see, does this fit? Is she the first person that this fits on? Nope. Not. So let me get a stand for her. Alright, great. So we're gonna have her like hopping, and I guess we'll have both of these kind of jump into the side. She's way cooler than him, so we're gonna have her upstage him. That looks great right there. Cool. Alright. So next, let's see what we have here. We have Spider-Woman. Doesn't she look awesome?
Yeah.
She looks just like the comic books. Again, we have another head and arm for Thanos.
That's what I said.
Yep, and so obviously they could have been smart and made us buy both of them. They didn't. We could have just bought one of them and had the whole Build-A-Figure. But traditionally they'll put the head in one and the arm in the other, so we have to buy all 6. But anyway, so again, it does say the same thing, but maybe you didn't see the first one earlier and skipped over to this one, and says, fierce combat skills are unleashed when these heroes spring into action. And it looks great. Look at this. Awesome. Can't wait to get this open. So, Gigi, will you help me do the honors?
Yeah.
Alright, let's bring this further down here. Let's zoom out. Alright, come on over. Let's bring this out. Okay, let's take her out of there. Great.
What are these?
Those are like little like web things. So, let's move this aside right here. Let's take a closer look. I guess we don't need to take this parts out. We'll leave that because we already have the other ones out. So we'll just leave those stored away. Uh-oh. That fell. Let me see. Ay. Yeah, it fell. All the stuff started falling. So we had a Junkalanch.
Junkalanch, she like.
Alright, so let's set this aside right here.
Are these supposed to be her wings?
Yeah, they're like little web wings. Okay?
Oh, just like Spider-Man.
That's right. So here we are. Where's the other one? Thank you. So these go right over here. And you know what? We'll put that on in a minute. Let's take a look. Okay, so let's get her posing and articulation down. Let's see what kind of movement we have here. Now, the head looks great. Zoom in. Got great detail. This is a great looking figure. Look at that. The ear, the mask, the face, the color, the lips, the nose, the facial structure. Outstanding job. Look at the hairdo.
I love the hairdo. The color looks like my hair.
Yeah, it definitely does. And this figure just pops out of the box. Looks amazing. This is one of the best figures in the set. Although she was not in Avengers Age of Ultron, this is definitely a great legacy figure that it has in there. Look at the suit looks great. Wow, awesome. And of course we would like it to move at the waist, but it doesn't. What? It looks like they even gave her a belly button.
Where?
Right there, look. I'm not familiar with how many of our figures have belly buttons. But anyway,
I have one.
well, it's kind of interesting, right? So the hands, this is kind of interesting too and unique. We don't see this very many times. We do see it from time to time, but this is a very specific hand pose that we don't see very often. Let's see, do the wrists go back and forth? They do, so that's something. Good. And then it moves right here at the wrist. A single joint, and it has these slots right here, so you can put the wings, those web wings, and then looks like the legs, they move right here. They move pretty far up, and then of course the knees have the double joints bending right here, and we do have great movement on the feet. So what we can do is we can do like traditional Spider-Man pose, where we have
Spider-Man.
That's right. Or we can have dropping down like that.
I can go
This looks
to
great.
Spider-Man and show him what it looks like.
Alright, honey. And then, so this definitely looks great. I would definitely say this is an outstanding figure. And if you want to ask me whether or not you should buy this, or if you can only afford one or the other between this and Hellcat, this one. This one is amazing, outstanding. So, let's see. How can we get these on right here? Looks like these just kind of just snugly pop into place. Do we have these go anywhere else? Nope. And let's take a look. So these look like they go just like this. Let's pop them right in. Oops, I'm going the wrong way.
Here's the original.
Okay, and Gigi wants to show you how great this Iron Spider figure looks next to her, right? Thank you. Looks great, doesn't it? Alright, let's see. So this can be like to fit right here. I'm assuming it would fit like this. Look at that. That looks great. And then we can do this other one right here. And just kind of pop that into place too. Uh-oh, it's kind of bending, so be careful not to break it. So doesn't that look outstanding? It looks great. Oops, twisted it too much. There we are. Popping that back into place. Let's bring the arm back in here. And so, yeah, this looks great. We can move the arms back into here. Have them looking like that. And I'm going to set them aside just for right now so we can really move a dynamic pose first. Yep. I'm going to say this looks outstanding. And let's get her kind of like in a action pose. Got super muscular legs. And let's have her crouching a little bit and leaning back. That looks outstanding. Let me see if I can get this for a photo by holding it down here. Great. So let me get a stand for this one too. This one looks outstanding. So, okay, great. We put her on the stand right here. She's kind of like lunging forward. So I guess technically we could have her, let's have her point her feet a little bit more. That way she could be lunging out. And that would look totally great too. And Hellcat looks like she fell a little bit overish. Let's have her back like this. Okay, great. The only thing is these two are overlapping. So there, that looks great. I think I can bring her a little bit further in. Nope. So that'll work. Maybe we'll just reposition her later. Okay, that looks great. So we've done all of our build a figure characters, and we're gonna wait to build them till we've gotten the 4 out from our special set. So let's get that one next.
Dun, dun, dun.
And here we are. It's almost too big to have on the camera this close up right here. So Avengers Initiative, look how amazing this looks. So this is also from Age of Ultron. Before we get it open, let's read all of these. Look how great these look. So first, Thor. And it says, the Prince of Asgard, Thor wields his mighty hammer and battles for humanity. That looks great. Look at Black Widow here. This one says, Black Widow is an elite spy recruited to fight on the side of the Avengers. Looks amazing. Next we have...
And fully trained ballerina.
That's right. And next we also have Bruce Banner. To stop evil, Bruce Banner must first learn to control his dual identity as the Hulk. Yep, look how great that looks. And then we're gonna actually have to turn our camera here for Hawkeye. It says, Hawkeye aims alongside the Avengers as a master archer with deadly accuracy. And look how great all of these look. Whoa. Try to back around, get one last look before we get it open. This is a gorgeous package. And it looks like everyone... scratch that. I'm gonna say everyone has some sort of accessory, but Bruce Banner does not. Okay, so this one's gonna be hard to get out, so I'm just gonna pull it out myself. And
Oh my god.
let's set this aside.
That's thrown over my head.
Yep, and I can just imagine the Avengers theme music happening right now, right?
Yeah.
Ding, 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 ding. Bum, 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 bum. All right, so let's take a look at this. Let's get these out and let's go in order, right? So in order, let's get Thor with Mjolnir here. Let's pop out Mjolnir. Ah! Popped out. Can you get that for me, please?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Wow, this thing barely even moves.
Let's bring this down right here.
It's like a real hammer.
Oh, there we go. Okay, great. Oh, I'm about to knock everybody over.
So we gotta be careful.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Guys, looks like we're gonna have to pinch his cape to get him out. That's what the holdup was.
The weapons that Black Widow have are the same weapons she has in Avengers Infinity War.
Yep. Looks like her favorite weapons. Alright, so let me take a look at this. Thank you, Jeej. Alright, let's take a close look. And so, what a great head sculpt we have here. Look at those piercing blue eyes. Great hairstyle. He's even got the man braid going, right? So that looks outstanding. Look at this gorgeous cape. Look at the detail on there. Let's see how much the head moves. The head doesn't move very much because the hair really limits it. I will say that much. But if you can move the hair a little bit, you can still get side-to-side posing. Look at that. So if you just lift the hair up a little bit before you move the head, you can get that. Obviously the back hair still gets stuck a little bit, and we can have Point Break looking right at the right spots he needs to, right?
Point Break.
Okay, so then let's see, we can move the arms. We have pretty good arm movement. We do have double joints, so that, oh, it's a little looser than I would have liked. You know, that happens from time to time. And
I like the part, which movie was it? When Iron Man who caught him?
yep, that was in the first Avengers movie. Looks like he's about to go boxing, right?
Yeah, it's like,
This looks
when
nice.
he's saying he's like something Point Break.
That's right. You know, I don't remember that exact line. It's been a little while. It's been a few weeks since we've seen it, but yes, that's what was so funny, wasn't it? All right. Yeah, it's been about a month. All right, so we have this man skirt going right here. It's a little bit tougher than you would think, but luckily it's still open enough to be able to pose the legs well. That looks great. He does not move at the waist, unfortunately, so it looks a little awkward when he moves here, but at least he still turns. So, and he crunches only a little bit, but at the rib cage instead of just a little bit higher. So that's something to note. The detail on the legs and on the armor and all that and his outfit look great. The boots look gorgeous. Look at the detail on that. Let me zoom in a little bit better. Look at this great detail. Okay, we can move, we can pivot them side to side, front to back. We can get some great articulation here. And let's see what it looks like with Mjolnir in his hand. Let's see if I can just pop that in there. Move the thumb a little bit. And boom! Doesn't that look awesome? So let's bring this arm down. Let's have him definitely in control here. And let's stand him up so with authority, right? With a power stance, but still like free. And that looks amazing. I love this one. Great job with Thor, guys. Let me just say that. Let's set him up right over here. I can't say enough about the detail and the way this character looks. If you're looking to buy one, obviously he's not by himself, but I'm so glad we have him for our unboxing today because he looks amazing. There we are. So let's bring Spider-Woman maybe just a little bit more over here if I can. And maybe, oh, that's right, I forgot that's there. Whatever. Nope, it didn't work very well. Well, sorry guys, tried. Alright, let's bring Thor right there. That still looks great. And there's so many characters still to fit in here.
His new name is Point Break.
Point Break, that's what an Iron Man called him to make fun of him. Alright, next we have Black Widow. Look how great, that looks just like Scarlett Johansson. So let's go ahead and pop her out. Let's get her accessories. Oops, I'm starting to knock everybody over again. This box is just way too big. Okay, let's set that aside. And let's pop her right out from the back. There we go. We'll set the rest aside. And let's take a look.
She looks just like the actor.
Yep, she looks just like the actress. Looks just like Scarlett Johansson. Look, so we got good head mobility because the hair's short. We can move the head down, move the head up. Great job with this one. Let's zoom in just a little bit more so you can get a good idea what this looks like. Got a small blemish right here on the nose, no biggie. And great detail. Look at this. This nice little airbrushed light blue. Oh, look right here. We can actually turn right here. That looks great.
Her arms are so thin.
Yep, we got movement right here, like really high on the rib cage. At least we can turn, but obviously the female characters, you almost never see where it moves at the waist. Let's see, we have holsters with guns here. It actually looks really cool. It looks really cool that it's separate, but still like attached. So it looks like they can come out. They can't. You can't pull these out, but it almost looks like they can.
It would be cool if we could like pull them out.
It'd be really cool. And then of course we have these signature bracelets right here, which give her all these sort of powers with energy, right? That looks awesome. Let's see, the wrists looks like they do not pivot back and forth. They're just giving, because I'm pushing them back and forth. The arms only move to about not even 90 degrees. Let's see if these fit in here, because his hand looks really loose right here. So, I mean, this like barely fits in there. It's gonna flop right out. So unfortunately, these don't even fit in the hands very well. Look at that. So that's unfortunate. So where am I gonna put these then if she can't even really hold them? Because there's not even really a place to hold them. I'd have to just jam them right here into under her leg. So, yeah, unfortunately, these do not fit in the hands. I guess they can loosely fit there. Oh, and see, it fell right out. I feel like we're gonna lose it right away. So we're actually not gonna put these in her hands because they're just gonna fall right out and we're gonna be kind of embarrassed. And right now it looks kind of weird. So I guess whatever, we can have them like that. We'll have them just straight chilling like that and just kind of deal with it. But otherwise, look, we got great movement, we got double joints on the legs. She's definitely looking really cool like that. The feet, got great shoes going, look at that. Great boots. Got great leg mobility. She's definitely wanting to beat up some bad guys. And I'm really digging the way this figure looks. I'm sure you are too. Look how awesome. Look at the guns on her leg. I can't get enough about the detail on this figure. The boots are outstanding. Look at the pattern. This whole like setup right here. Look at this. Even the zipper looks like it's got great detail on it. This looks almost like leathery. And great mobility on the arms. So outstanding job here. I can't say enough about how great this figure looks. I wish these would fit right here on these pegs. They do not. So I'm going to have to get her to stand up a different way. Well, first of all, let's get her a photograph right here. Awesome. And let's see how we can get her to stand. Let's move the shoe a little bit further up. Let's see if we can't bend this a little bit better here. And nope, we're gonna need to get another stand so we can have her up right here, and I don't think we have another one because they don't fit right there. So let's see if we can put her right here. Just kind of lean her up against the Hulk. That looks cool. Good enough, right guys? All right. And I'm excited. Next, we have Bruce Banner. And man, does that look like Mark Ruffalo, especially for an action figure. So let's pop him out from the back. Has no accessories. I mean, what accessories would you want? I don't know if we need any, but you know, maybe Loki's scepter when he picked it up, right? And everything went kind of crazy. But let's see, the packaging had him. Oh man, this is really loose. There was pressure being applied to his legs that made him kind of knock in like that, unfortunately. So maybe it'll just reset back after it's been out, but it keeps pushing back. But these are like super rubbery like knees. I'm not excited about that. Okay, this jacket, it's kind of loose. I wish it would come off, and honestly it probably does, but it would look awkward with these jacket sleeves without the jacket. So we'll leave that as it is. Got good head mobility. This definitely looks like Mark Ruffalo-ish. The hair, the part, everything. The arm comes pretty high up. Looks like he can be holding a cell phone. Hello? Who is it? Oh no, I'm busy right now. Okay. Boop, boop. So then this one, same thing. At least oh, another phone. Hello? You calling me? Oh no, I'm gonna be busy later. Okay, talk to you later. And so that looks great. The color, it's nice to have this figure so you can have both and maybe even do your own stop motion or whatever. We got good ab crunching, we have good movement at the waist. We do not have restricted access right here to the legs because this is soft and moves. Got great looking boots here, these fancy boots. And so it's not a whole lot that you're gonna want or need to do with this action figure other than have him about to turn into the Hulk. That's pretty much all you're gonna want to do with this figure. So let's have him like impatiently waiting with his hands on his hips or whatever and waiting to help Tony Stark. Otherwise, you know, not a whole lot. I regret that the knees, this character feels a little bit rushed with how the knees aren't working too well. So I guess we need to take a picture anyway. But this character could have been done a little bit better, I will say that much. Let's set him right here in the front. Yeah, that looks, the knees, I don't like that they're knocked in like that. So maybe we should at least bend the knees a little bit. That way he can at least look like something's going on. He's gonna be like, oh man, fighting the urge to turn into the Hulk. And that way it's less evident that he's, you know, knees are knocking in like that. Okay, great. So that looks awesome. Let's have that right there. Okay, great. Last but not least, we have, say it again? Hawkeye. And this package is so big that I can't even have it straight in here, otherwise it hits the wall. Alright, let's take him out. Let's take our bow and arrows out. And let me tell you, this one looks just like Jeremy Renner. You'd be surprised how incredible it looks. Now unfortunately it looks like we've got the same knee action going here. Come on, Hasbro, we can do a little bit better than that. We can protect the knees a little bit better because then it looks awkward. Alright, in any event, looks like we have a little bit of spinach left from his lunch on his chin. I don't know if we'll be able to get that off. So I'm not going to be too worried about that right now. Let's look at the rest of this figure. Looks just like Jeremy Renner. He even has the hairstyle. Look at that. Looks great. The ears, the hairstyle. Look at the texture on his body armor. Looks awesome. Let's see. He moves at the rib cage instead. Wow, he's definitely veining out here. Trying to make him look super buff. Wow. Definitely have that everywhere. Look, they have him veining out. Great detail on the pants, on the boots, on the entire outfit. Got the rings right here on this like forearm bracelet. Let's see. Interesting enough, looks like the hands do not go in and out. They just only swivel that way. They don't go back and forth. They only go side to side. We've got this really cool glove that he uses when he's shooting the arrows. So I'm gonna say, look at how great this looks. Look at this bow. Outstanding. Fantastic detail. Look at this. Kind of looks like a fancy windshield wiper, but definitely looks outstanding. And let's look at right here where he keeps his arrows, right? Alright, so we have our archer's quiver right here, and look at all these arrows we have popping out on the top. Looks outstanding. Looks like there's just tons of them. Great job here. And then it looks like it has a little like peg, so it can go right here in his back. That looks outstanding, doesn't it? So it even matches his outfit, so good job coordinating right here with that. Let's put this right here in his arm. Let's see, we're gonna have to put it in there at an angle and then twist it. Here's my thoughts. Ugh. The joints are not super strong on this special set of these four. So that looks outstanding. I guess if we can bring this across right here, we can actually have him holding this right here if we want. By bringing this down and across, let's pivot the hand, and that looks pretty cool, I'd say. Look at that. It doesn't look straight amazing, but it's also not a functioning bow and arrow. So let's turn his head. There we go. And we could have it straight. Let's just say he's setting up right there. He's not about to fire one off. He's just getting it ready, setting it up when he goes, and then they all pop out. Isn't that super cool? So let's get him ready to be firing some off. And there. There we go. Awesome. I'm a super big fan of how great this looks. Okay. I just don't know if we're going to be able to get this posed exactly the way we want it to. We have to lean him up against someone. Yep, well, I guess we'll have to put him against door. That looks great still. Look at that. Except it's covering his face, but we'll move it in just a moment. He's probably going to fall forward, so let's lean him back a little bit. There, that looks great. Man, look at all his action figures we already have going on right now. So, that looks outstanding. Really digging that. You know what? I don't think I got a photo of him. So, let's make sure we get one right here. Great. Let's put him back right here. And so, last but not least, we have
Thanos. Dun, dun, dun.
That's exactly right. We got Thanos right here. And we're going to do our Build-A-Figure finally. I know you've been waiting patiently for this, but we've been having a great time waiting, right? Because technically we haven't been waiting. We've been having a great time getting all these opened. So, look how great this looks. G, do you want to help me put it together? You might want to put that away. And hopefully not get that slime everywhere. Gigi playing with slime right now as we do this.
It's the slime we got from the museum.
That's right. So, look. Looks like we're going to have to get this taken care of. Let me put the head on because it's usually... Look, see, it's all moving. Alright, cool.
So
and let's see if I can put
hard
this...
to put on.
Alright, so that goes on right there. Help me put on his armor here. Okay?
How do you not arm this part for me?
Yep. Oh, look how easy it is. Uh-oh. His head ran away.
Oh, oh
Alright, you didn't find it?
no.
There it is. Oh, that's not it. Okay, let's do the other arm since the head ran away. Can you help me with this? Yeah, let's pop that on right there. Just push in until it snaps. Watch your fingers. There you go. It snaps softly. Okay, now let's do this other leg.
Oh, I love doing legs.
Okay, push. Great. Next one. Next leg. Twist. Great. Awesome. And wow. Looks pretty fantastic so far. And let me pop this head on. I don't know why I didn't take right here. Let's push it back right there. So we can come down from that angle. Ugh, it's fighting us. Ugh, I can tell it's not on very well yet. There we go. Okay. Awesome. And then this doesn't stay on very well. Like you would have thought it'd stay on better. Alright, let's get a good picture of this right here. Well, first let's get him right like this. Let's have him maniacally laughing. Ah! This part, I don't know how I feel about this part that keeps just jumping off. Come on, there we go. There we go. Awesome. I too know what it's like to lose.
That's what he said in Avengers.
That's right. To feel so desperately that you're right. Okay,
He said
great.
that in the trailer.
Well, the trailer, they changed what he said, right? Because he says, you know what, off the top of my head, I don't remember exactly how they changed it, but it's different than what he actually said in the movie. Look how great that looks. Uh-oh, so it's pretty loose right here, unfortunately. Look at this. I'm not digging that. That's pretty bobblehead loose.
Bobby.
I guess it's better if we just snap it back since it'll stay back, and he doesn't really need to be crouching for any reason, right? I think in the trailer he said, in time you'll know what it's like to lose.
Yeah.
Instead of, I too know what it's like to lose. Alright, so this looks outstanding. He's there like looking out up to the skies because he's just with so much power and he's rising up against everyone. Look at that. So, other than this not staying on very well, everything is pretty good except for right here where he crunches at the abs. It's super loose. Otherwise, We got pretty good mobility. I wish we could bring the arm in more, but obviously we know it's beefy and chunky here, so we can't. I like that we have open hand right here, and it makes him look even more maniacal. I love that we have good head mobility. He's a big beefy character. We have, this is a lot looser than I would have hoped, but we got good leg articulation, and we can definitely stand him up. Look at this.
It's just like the other Thanos character when it's so easy to stand.
Yep, look how outstanding that looks though, right? So we'll have him right there. Let's see if I can get his legs to open just a little bit more. That way, right? Okay, great. So, looks like we're at the end. Wow, guys, that looks so outstanding. Alright guys, look how amazing this looks. We've got everybody unboxed, we've got everybody reviewed, and wasn't that just so much fun? Look, Iron Man, Black Widow, Hulk, Captain America, Batroc, we have Bruce Banner, we have Hellcat, Thanos, Spider-Woman, Thor, and Hawkeye. Wow, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 figures. Isn't that outstanding? What a great review we have today for this Build-A-Figure for Thanos. Guys, I want to thank you so much for hanging out with us here today. Please, if you've not subscribed to our channel, please follow us by clicking on the subscribe button. Click on the bell next to it so you can get notified the next time we have a new video come out. And let us know where you're watching from. What do you want to see next? Guys, we want to be your favorite channel. Please let all your friends know about our channel and have them subscribe too so they can have just as much fun as you do and we do together. So guys, until next time, thank you for watching Vincent Gigi's Super Channel G.